3 John chapter 1 verse 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, called Haloyam, La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Salutation to you sincere Akim out there spreading His truth throughout the four corners of the globe in righteousness and in sincerity, starting with the elders and apostles on down. Salutation to the 144,000, the house of David, the 1/3 consisting of women and children, most high willing to be edifying. I want to go into strictly into health. I want to go into health, decalcifying your pineal gland, watercress, and the minerals, the vitamins, and the nutrients consistent in watercress. It's a few of them, man. And it says here, Beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prosper. Understanding that real success is to obtain the knowledge and wisdom and understanding of the Most High power, And in obtaining that, man, that health, you want to be in good health as far as your mind, right? Your heart, going to the Hebrew word lab, your mind, your inner you, the spirit, right? You want to be in your right mind. You want to take hold of sound doctrine, but as well as your body, man. You want to take care of your body. And that's basically what I really want to go into as I go into watercress. Okay, so I'm gonna go into watercress. So you can see here, right? Watercress is an aquatic plant, and it's a plant that was made by the Most High Power. Okay, broccoli is not, and that's why you got to be careful with anything that's highly esteemed in Esau's kingdom, man. I know a big thing now is that apple cider vinegar, which you got to stay away from that stuff, man. All vinegars attack your so-called melanin or the carbon in your body, man. It attacks the carbon. And that's why, people, now it's a new study that people that actually have diabetes running their family is more prevalent, and it's starting to, more people that has diabetes in their family is starting to get it faster because of taking it. And that's only because it stays in your body for a long time, and it's simply attacking your so-called melanin or your carbon, which is carbon. Everything has carbon. So when basically that's another story that apple cider vinegar, but pertaining to this broccoli, man, broccoli is a hybridized vegetable, which was crossbreed with the cauliflower and the wild kale, and that's why it has properties as far as having protein and folate and fiber and B6 and vitamin K, and those properties came from the wild kale. All right, mainly the wild kale, because kale, people will say is the highest nutrient dense herb, but it's not. It's actually watercress. So that is weird, because watercress is one of my favorite herbs other than cilantro and red kale. But watercress is really underrated, and that's why I'm doing this video now, because it also helps decalcify the pineal gland. But before I get into that, I'll basically want to go into selenium, which is a trace element, right? So selenium is a trace element. So if you go down to selenium, which it says selenium mcg, which is micrograms. All right. Now it says 1.6 and it's 2 stars there, meaning it's important. That is an important trace element, right, that we need. Okay. And when you're talking about selenium, you're talking about the brain, the thyroid, as far as handling your hormones. And selenium also helps with asthma, and also helps with boosting the immune system, right? It also helps with heart disease, strokes, and heart attacks. It helps with the digestive system. Helps with fighting cancer because it's because of antioxidants, and premature aging. Okay, it helps with premature aging, and which because it deals with the skin, as far as inflammation. All right, it helps with inflammation. Because when you get the inflammatory, right? Dealing with like eczema or arthritis, as well as uh, leukemia breakouts is due to inflammation. A lot of leukemia breakouts. No, not leukemia. Salat, lupus. Um, and it also builds up the immune system overall. So that deals with fighting off other diseases and stuff like that. That's dealing with selenium. Now, if you look, it says 1.6, and the other one is just say trace, meaning they really don't know. Okay, they just saying it has it just because supposedly everything's supposed to have it, but they don't. They don't know what they're talking about. So especially when you talk about broccoli, because they even say that milk is good for fighting on osteoporosis, but they don't know why. When they don't know why, it's really telling you that is if you can't prove why it helps osteoporosis, long story short, it's giving you osteoporosis. And that's why what I want to go into next, the calcium, because calcium, when you go onto the list, it says mg, which is milligrams. Okay, so it says 136 milligrams, 17%. Now we go across the board, and a comparison is extremely higher than raw broccoli, boiled broccoli, raw tomato, and apple. Now the calcium, the doctors and the TVs always tell you need calcium, you need vitamin D, but understanding they're not really talking to Jake or Israelites or heavily melanated people, so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. This is talking about European descent, so-called white men, so-called white men, Caucasians or Edomites, because their body is actually processed to break down dairy products, and understanding that we don't need to drink milk to get calcium. Look right here, and this is why they don't bring out watercress. There's many reasons why they won't talk about watercress or tell you to intake watercress, but they'll tell you to eat broccoli. They'll tell you to eat, drink a bunch of cow's milk and cheese and yogurts, right? Which creates mucus, is full of pus, and it doesn't break down in your body, and all the calcium that actually it has doesn't break down in your body, and the calcium that it does break down in your body is already compromised, and that's why they tell you to drink more and more and more. Now, if you look at the difference between a so-called aged Edomite, a so-called aged white person, a Edomite, and a Jake, right? Completely different in their bodies, man. Their bodies are hunched, crooked. They get arthritis. You know what I'm saying? And that's all the drinking, the dairy. That's all the dairy. That's all the dairy, and then walking on this concrete as well. They're afflicted in their body, and they can't fight it off because they don't have. It also attacks it attacks the melanin. That's why they want Jake to drink the dairy. Now their melanin is different. That's another video too. But I just want to bring out calcium and the difference. Because calcium, 99% of all calcium is stored in the teeth and in the bones. So that's why people got bad teeth when they drink a lot of teeth. The milk even rots the teeth. The milk rots the teeth, and it starts to weaken the bones. And as soon as you stop drinking milk and replace that with the alternative milk, and stop eating broccoli and replace that with watercress, your bones will be extremely strong, and you'll feel a difference. I mean, it take your bones about 5 to 10 years to actually replace everything that you put in it with what you're putting in it, what you already put in it for what you're putting into it. So you're gonna feel a difference within a month or a week of not drinking that stuff, man. And I could testify to that. I had knee problems and stuff like that, and my knee used to click, and my elbows used to click. But as soon as I changed my diet, it strengthened. And I never had that problem ever since. And I did that and I changed my diet after getting the understanding and the knowledge. So it says other minerals depend on calcium for balance. And when you don't have enough calcium, it overall makes your body malnourished because other minerals depend on that calcium. So yeah, calcium is important, but where you're getting your calcium from, right? So it'll leave you malnourished. It'll make you look older and more receptive to chronic diseases. So when you get these chronic diseases, it's gonna be harder to actually come fight them off. Then osteoporosis, which is an abnormal bone mineralization associated with aging. So that's what happens. That's why they look extremely older, you know, as far as continue to keep drinking that milk, man. And then they tell you to take a vitamin D or calcium supplement that will help it, but that's not the case, you know. And they'll tell Jake to do that, but guess what? We get our vitamin D from what? The sun, right? We eat the sun. Our skin eats the sun. Cholesterol takes the sun and changes it. It changes it into vitamin D and gives us our body the vitamin D needs, right? Now, it also has some. I want to go down to lutein, which lutein it just says MCM, MCG micrograms, and it says 4,614, which is extremely a larger amount than any other ones, right? By a long shot. Now, lutein is good for what? Health for the eyes and your vision. So that's another reason. Get your watercress on, okay? Get your watercress on. Now I want to bring something else out. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring out these scriptures. Genesis 1:29 says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat." So like I was saying, don't you can take these herbs. These herbs is what's gonna make you better, man. All right, and study up and be careful with the herbs or these fruits and vegetables that Esau's creating, because it's filled with starch. Once they create something, it has starch in it, which is acidic and harmful to your body. And broccoli also has like nitrogen in it, which if one of those molecules split, it'll kill you. Literally, it will kill you. But it's just a lot of things that Esau does that people are ignorant to, but we can't really be ignorant to same devices, let's say, and get advantage of us. And that's the main thing why I'm doing this video, because he is attacking people's pineal glands, man. Straight like that. And hiding things that actually can help you decalcify your pineal gland, right? So I want to go to Ecclesiasticus, bring out my, basically bring out my point. I'm going to start with 30. Ecclesiasticus 30 and 25, it says, "A cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet." Exactly, man. Cheerful and good heart. You have to have a good heart. You're gonna care about what you're eating, man, and we should. You can't just be like, man, I don't care. You know, you gotta really care, and that's why he attacks the pineal gland, man, because that's dealing with your melatonin and your neurotransmitters. You know, so that's why a lot of Jake out here don't even have enough serotonin. They're not producing enough serotonin, which is that happy, good feeling neurotransmitter that you need to do the things that you need to do throughout the day. And when your body produces more serotonin, your pineal gland produces melatonin. So that's why they attack the melatonin, man. Going in the Greek for melos, meaning black, right? So they're trying to destroy, you know, your so-called blackness, man. Your so-called blackness, your carbon in your body, man. They're trying to attack that, so because your pineal gland helps with all functions in your body, man. Because when your body produces that melanin, it helps with every single thing in your body, man. And I want to bring out a quick precept in Ecclesiasticus, the 38th chapter, verse 4. It says, And the Lord created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. You will not look at them in disgust, nor you say you don't want to take them, or I don't want to eat those veggies and stuff like that. And that's crazy because, another herb that actually help decalcify your pineal gland is tamarind. And tamarind, it looks like a turd. It does. It looks like it looks like a piece of shit, man. And that's the thing. You can't look at it in disgust and abhor it and be like, nah, I ain't eating that, and being immature, right? You eating that help you think better, man, right? And that actually builds it gives you serotonin, so you be able to produce melatonin, man. So the Most High made tamarind as a medicine. Most High made medicine out of the herbs. Watercress. He made watercress. He didn't make broccoli, man. Man made the broccoli, and that's crazy, man. The watercress is what's will help your body out. And the medicines of Esau is what? These pharmaceutical drugs, man. Going back to the word Greek word pharmakia, meaning witchcraft. Okay? And that's another thing. Prozac. Let's talk about Prozac. Prozac actually goes and attacks your melanin, man. Your melatonin. Okay? And when you look at all the people that actually did mass shootings and killings and all of that stuff, they don't tell you that those people were under pharmaceutical drugs or witchcraft. They don't tell you that. But when you actually do the research, a lot of them were on Prozac, or a lot of them were on other pharmaceutical drugs. And that's where the witchcraft is. Most Esau, the devil, meaning liar, deceiver, he deceives you in thinking that it's going to help you, but it's actually controlling you, because those drugs, those pharmaceutical drugs, that witchcraft pills control your neurotransmitter. And how they control it is actually they inhibit you of producing certain neurotransmitter, and it maybe two or more at a time. So you got certain neurotransmitters that deal with your sense of awareness. So that's why people be paranoid or not, or can't sense that they're in danger. So it inhibits your ability to be circumspect, man. Also, it messes with your feeling, your appetite. So even if you wanted to eat something to decalcify your pineal gland, if your neurotransmitter is not intact or in order, man, you're not even gonna want to eat the things that help you, make yourself better, man. So it's like it goes deep. I don't want to go too off topic. I want to go to homocysteine. I want to go straight into homocysteine and bring out my point. But that'll be another video, Lord willing. I'm gonna go into homocysteine, which is a vascular toxin. Okay, dealing with dealing with the blood that goes to your heart. All right, you know what I'm saying? You got blood that has to pump your heart now. That can mess with your heart, your blood, man. It's a vascular toxin, as well as a neurotoxin, man, that messes with your brain. And who has high homocysteine levels? Vegetarian and vegans have the most. Has the highest homocysteine levels, man. Why? Because they're not eating certain things that can release the homocysteine. People that eat meat, they got lower high homocysteine levels because they eat meat, which the meat has B12. A lot of meat has B12, giving them a way to release that. But it's always a balance, because they have other ailments and infirmities, as well as, even though certain things they eat does cause them to get neural diseases as well as vascular diseases. But as far as homocysteine, that's a toxin that sits around your colon area, and it'll go all the way up to your brain, man. And you wind up getting some kind of neural disease, man. But to release it, is a few ways to release the homocysteine out of your body, and that's B6, B12, folate, and choline. Now let's look at the B6 on the chart. It says mg 0.18, 9%, right? And then when you're talking about folate, because if you look at the comparison, understand broccoli is a created vegetable, so you don't need to deal with some fake junk. Just get the watercress, man. And the folate, when you go up to folate, you go down to folate, mcg, micrograms, 36, 18%, right? So you actually got this watercress is the highest dense in all in all nutrients. It has it all, man. It has it all. So that'll help reducing the homocysteine, you know? Because a lot of vegans are bugged the hell out, man. A lot of them are bugged the hell out. And a lot of vegans are fucking witches and warlocks and all that stuff too. All those witches and warlocks, they eating healthy and good, man. And they know about that homocysteine. They regulate it. They do, you know what I'm saying? They make sure they get that out their body, you know? But that's why a lot of vegans, they wind up being blind, and a lot of people, they have a high mortality rate, and that's because they don't understand that knowledge right there, man. But I want to bring out something else, which is the reason why I want to make this video in the first place is the iodine, man. Well, vitamin K too. Vitamin K is bone health. You know, it's good for normal blood clotting and produces proteins for your kidneys, your bones, and your blood, and good for other things. You know, if you look at it on the chart of vitamin K, it says mcg, micrograms 200. So it blows those things out of the frame on the comparison too as well. But iodine, you know, which is also a trace mineral, right? You look at iodine, it says 12, 18%, and it's 2 stars because it's very important. Now, this right here is what helps decalcify your pineal gland, okay? Now, why does it do it? Because iodine is a trace mineral, which is basically in all cells. All cells need iodine. All your cells. Your balls need iodine. Your rod needs iodine. The vagina needs iodine. Everything needs iodine. Your breast, your head, your brain, your heart, liver. All that needs iodine. So why don't they tell people to eat watercress or get iodine? You don't never hear that, man. I never heard that. Had to study a lot to ever even to get the understanding of that, man. You know? But iodine, all your cells need it. It detoxes heavy metals. Not only does it detox heavy metals, but it detox fluoride, bromine, and chlorine. Okay? And it slows down diabetes, and it helps with thyroid, you know, thyroid issues and your hormones and all that stuff. And it rejuvenates the skin, nails, and hair. Also helps with anti-cancer. Is many reasons, but the main thing, man, getting that fluoride or bromine or chloride and heavy metals out of your body, man. You know? With that being said, though, Most High willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father. In the name of His only begotten Son, call Haloyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.